In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to remove the color cast of your image using the white balance reference card. In front of me, I have a picture of my WhiBal white balance reference card. If you do decide to get a reference card, make sure it's 100% neutral or with at least a very low margin of error. So what I first did to correct the color cast of my image was take a photo of the WhiBal card. Here I tape my WhiBal card against the wall under tungsten lighting condition, and the wall itself, it has a peach color to it. But you can see the WhiBal card, it's actually tinted or has a warm tone to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the white balance selector tool in Lightroom to correct the color cast. So what you just need to do is you need to just click on the gray area of the white balance card, and it's going to remove the color cast. And as you can see, the color cast is removed. You can make additional changes to the exposure, contrast, or whatnot. Obviously you wouldn't do it in this scenario, but to your other images you can. And one thing you should notice is the temperature is at 2550 and the tint's at 0. So to see if this is a true white balance card, is just click on the gray area and just select multiple sections, and you should see the temperature and tint stay relatively the same or just be off by a very low amount. So as you can see, I'm still clicking, and from what I see here, the tint just changes from -1 to +1. So that's pretty good for the white balance reference card. So I'm going to be using this as a reference card now, and what I'm going to do is correct the color cast of another image. And as you can see, this is a bottle of Listerine. The bottle itself is white and it's under the same lighting conditions. And an important thing of when you're color correcting your photos using a white balance reference card is to make sure you're under the same lighting conditions. If you change lighting conditions, then you have to retake a photo or retake the photo of your white balance card. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the temperature and the tint to the same value that it was for the white balance reference card. And since I just selected this image, I can just click on the previous button here, and there it is. The color cast is gone. It changed the temperature to 2550 and the tint to +1. I'm going to show you another example as well right here. This is just a white paper that's against the same wall. And instead of using the previous button, I'm just going to manually change this to 2550 and to +1. So as you can see, the color cast is gone. And if you want to make other adjustments or so on, you can do that. This is just a basic example just to show you how the white balance reference card works. And I'm going to show you an example now of what I did in real life. So I went outside and I wanted to color correct this image here, or this truck here, and I took a few photos of it, and I'll just show you an example. So what I first did was I took a picture of the white balance reference card, and I'm going to color correct it right now by using the white balance tool. You can also press W. Now I'm just going to correct it here, and there, the color cast is gone. And this was also under tungsten lighting. So here's the temperature. It's been corrected to 2050 and the tint to +17. Now I'm going to go to the truck and color correct this. So this truck is white, so I'll just click on the previous button, and there you go. The color cast has been removed and the temperature is at 2050 and the tint is at +17. I can do it for this image as well. And let me see what it was at before. It was 2050 and 17. So I can correct it like this as well by just entering the numbers. And there you go. It's been color corrected. You can see there's a little bit of dirt and so forth, a reflection coming from the opposite side of this area, as well as there's light back here, which is probably a car, but the color cast has been removed. There is another way to remove the color cast without using the white balance tool, and that's if you take the photo and color correct it while you're taking the photo. So what I did here, I used this photo here in my camera and I used it to use a custom white balance. Most of the cameras these days have a custom white balance, and what you do is you take a picture of your white balance reference card and you center it, usually in the automatic viewfinder or the viewfinder points or the focus points. There's usually like a little circle right in the middle of the viewfinder, and what you do is you make sure it's in the area of the neutral section here, and you take a picture of it, and then you change your white balance from automatic or whatever it was to the custom. And what the camera will do is use this photo as a reference. And these photos right here that I'm showing you, these photos were not color correct. They weren't color corrected in Lightroom. They were color corrected through the camera by using the custom white balance function. So there you go. And I hope this tutorial helped you, and I hope you have a better understanding of how to use a white balance reference card.